The following podcast is recommended for mature audiences only. The following podcast is recommended for adults only. Maturity is not a requirement.
Hello and welcome to Dear Download, a podcast about Download Festival, music and the industry, and all other aspects related to rock and heavy metal. I am Adam. Why am I stopped on that? Why am I stuck on that? I think I skipped a bit because this is episode 100. This is episode 100, a huge milestone episode for us. I am Adam, and as always, I am here with Simon. How you doing, my man?
Hello, and good 100 episodes to you, sir.
Hello. Technically it's 101, really, isn't it?
Yes.
We're going to talk about all sorts of stuff today. Probably going to talk a little bit about Bloodstock because we are currently only 2 days away from Bloodstock. And you are going, I'm not going. So we'll touch upon that in a minute. And the clever ones of you will probably work out. This is nowhere near the time that we put a picture out saying it's going to be coming soon in episode 100. That's because this is the second time recording this episode. The first time, Simon had, I'm pretty sure, I didn't see them, but I'm pretty sure in the background in his room, he had a Dalek and a Cyberman trying to learn English from him and repeating them after him.
Damn, you know how I'm going to take over the world.
That's not going to make much sense at the moment. I will add in a small audio clip of what Simon's audio sounded like last time. Something went wrong. We don't know what, but I didn't know until I was just about to edit it, and I was like, shit.
What on earth is this? Yeah.
What's going on?
He's finally doing some work. He's finally earned it. No, it's true. It's true. But I like that. That's hilarious. Finally doing some work. Doing good stuff. He's earning his right to be here, which is good. I like it.
So this is attempt number 2, squeezing it in just before Bloodstock. How you doing, my man? How have you been since we last spoke?
Yes, very good. Very good. Grand, in fact. Yeah, I'm just surrounded by Bloodstock stuff. So I only got it out of the loft yesterday. But yeah, I'm excited. Just excited to go to Bloodstock and partay. So it's the end of the end of festival season for me. So it's a good way to just send it off. And from what I can see, it's going to be pretty good weather as well. So that's three hot festivals.
Hot festivals.
Absolutely insane. That is like wowzer territory. So, but apart from that, not really much happening.
Cool. Which tent are you taking this year? Or this time?
I'm taking my Rydell 500.
Big one. Yeah, cool. How many people are you going to have in it?
Oh, it's just going to be me for 2 days.
And other people if security ask, obviously. Just somebody who's just out.
Security can try and do what they want, but I'll tell you what, the one thing they're not doing is touching me or my tent. Simple as that. Yeah. 100% not.
No. Of course, the other people that are with you are off in the toilet or getting food or whatever anyway.
Yeah.
What
Bye.
about your chair? Are you going to take your chair in and sit at the back?
Oh, 100%, yeah. The 1 year I wanted to take my chair in, they've banned them, Disgraceful.
Yeah.
I'm an old man now. I just want to sit in my chair and move my legs to my metal music.
Yeah.
And they've taken that away from me as well. Can't believe it.
Anyway, we'll come back to that. Episode 100. We've got this is a big episode for us. We've obviously known this has been coming for a while. It's taken us just over 4 years to get here. Like we said in the last episode, which you didn't hear, other people get. This is going to be a bit of a silly one, I reckon. But that's fine. Other people can get 100 episodes in half a year. It's still a big achievement to do 100 episodes, but we have taken the long route to get here, and we have obviously releasing an episode every 2 weeks. It's taken a long time to get here. So it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good to get to episode 100.
Yeah, I'd say quality over quantity, because it's taken us this long to get to 100 episodes. So that's fine, but I feel like the quality of episodes that we've put out, we've earned getting to 100 episodes. So I know it seems like it's taken a long time, but actually we for the last all of this year, actually, me and Adam have just been like, episode 86 or episode 87 or we're getting closer. And then when we got into the 90s, we were like, oh, okay, we're getting close. I can't believe it's getting to that. And every time we thought, oh my God, we can't believe we've done 60 episodes. When we got to 50, we were like, what the hell? 50 episodes. So it feels awesome. Like it feels like yesterday, but it also feels like, holy hell. like we said, our one of our first episodes is the download pilot, which just shows you how long ago and how long we have been going, which is good. And like we've said on the show many times, most podcasts don't last this long. They definitely don't last 4 years. So like that in itself is like 100 episodes is an achievement, but 4 years is a huge achievement for two blokes that didn't know each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, we owe that to all of our fans. We started it as just a bit of fun, just because we wanted to do it. Nobody was really doing download. I mean, people were doing download content, but as well as other stuff. There weren't anywhere near it. I didn't know what a vlogger was before when we started. I had never watched a download vlog YouTube or anything like that. But yeah, like when we started, it was cool. We had a few people listening. I want to say we probably would have carried on no matter what. But I think, you have ups and downs with stuff like this. It's bound to happen, especially over 4 years. Without as great a fan base as we have, the downs, we would have sunk a little bit deeper, sort of mentally, I think. Well, I would have. Simon doesn't actually look at the stats. I do. And that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I probably would have just got a bit more fed up with it, gone, trying to work out what I'm trying to say with this, but yeah, just a bit of a slump,
a slump. Yeah. But everything goes through slumps, I think, like you said. Yeah. Like at the beginning, we were like, oh man, people are actually listening, which is great. And then it came to like download time, and like it was like, wow, there's so many people listening. And it got to November, and it was like, no one's listening. And then it was like, oh right, okay, people just want download content. We thought that at the time. Now we know that they want a variation of everything, but we were a bit bummed out probably the first time that it was like off-season festival-wise. Yeah, and but that's I think that's how we ended up coming up with some of our best ideas, because we thought, right, we can't just talk about download all the time. We're going to have to come up with other stuff, and that's when we started brainstorming. You started coming up with those ideas. I started coming up with ideas for episodes. And then I think that's when we come up with some of our most interesting episodes. So out of the slump was born a better version of the podcast, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And, I like I was saying, I had a bit of a slump, but it's probably happened a few times over the years. But I remember there was definitely a time where I was in a bit of a slump. And so I wasn't sort of thinking about it as actively as I have other times. And there was definitely a period of time where we would get to recording day and I'd message Simon and go, what are we doing today? What should we do the episode on today? And there was probably a good 5 or 6 episodes in a row. And my mind just wouldn't work. I just couldn't come up with ideas, or, ideas that I had, I wouldn't have any faith in my idea because of the slump, really. A lot of people don't get through that phase.
Yeah, so they probably go, because it's new, it gets pushed out to loads of people and people start listening at first. And then obviously people drop off over time. It's hard to be interesting enough to keep people listening to you. Like, even we have massive fluctuations when sometimes everyone's listening and sometimes there are still listeners, obviously, of course, compared to other podcasts, I'm sure people are quite jealous of how many people listen, but it's always up and down. I think when some people are in that slump, they just go, well, what's the point? Let's just not do it anymore. And then that's where your podcast ends. But actually, you need to sort of push through that and be consistent and sort of just keep going, because eventually you will get the traction if you're interesting enough. You know, if it's a horrifically boring, terrible podcast, then maybe not. But I feel like we had, even at the beginning, you know, it wasn't quite as glued together as it is now, but we were just getting to know each other. But I still feel like we can feel this is going to be good. Like, this is going to go somewhere. So let's just ride it out. But yeah, I haven't really felt. Sometimes I've been like, oh, I'm really tired. We're doing the podcast tonight. But then as soon as we start talking to each other, I snap out of it straight away. So yeah,
I get the same sometimes. Like, if we've ended up having to take an extra week off for some reason or other, you know, you might be away or I am or something like that. It gets to the next week and we haven't done it for a while, and I'm like, do I really want to do this tonight? Like, because consistency is key. And that's for the fans as much as us as well.
Yes.
And that's something I never knew before doing this. There's loads of things I didn't know. But the one thing that I know I talked about this in the practice, the previous run through of this. I kept reading, and I'm sure you've probably read it in lots of places, and other people have. When you're starting things like YouTube or something like this, people will say to you, "Do it for the love of it," you know, because a lot of YouTubers want to do it for money. They want to get into it and make it for their full-time job. And people say, you cannot. If you're doing it for money, you'll go nowhere. Do it for the love of it, and then maybe money will come later, or you know, or whatever else, or fame. And we started this because we wanted to do it, not because of any other factors. We never had aspirations to be, you know, doing a live show at Download. That never crossed my mind once.
Nope, not at all.
In the first year or two.
I don't think we heard about anyone doing live podcasts till like 2 years in of us actually doing it, and then we were like, oh, people are doing live podcasts.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, yeah. So it wasn't one of our aspirations. Wasn't to we didn't think about. We'll get into the Discord and stuff, but we didn't think that we would have a big community with everyone meeting up and being friends, and we didn't know any of this where it would go. It's just evolved slowly through discussions and ideas that have culminated into where we are now. Like merch and shit like that. Like, we weren't talking about any of that in the beginning. We weren't like, oh, we're going to have badges and stickers and T-shirts and, you know, cups and all sorts of stuff. So it has all progressed naturally, I think.
And if we did talk about any of that, we didn't mean it, because this is where someone will come in and go, yeah, do you know what? I listened to the first few episodes again recently, and you did absolutely talk about that shit. Maybe it was like a pipe dream in the future, but we didn't even think we would get to this point.
No.
Well, not that we just weren't looking ahead. You know, we were doing it in the moment for the love of doing it, not to think, 4 years time we're going to be on stage at Download.
Yes.
I want to correct something I might have just said. I think the first time I may have thought about it was the first time I ever saw podcasts announced for Download was 2022, because they had on Wednesday We Were Black, Sapping In.
Oh, yeah, we would have spoken about that. More.
Yeah, and maybe at that point, but that was that was the first time we ever met at that Download properly.
It was, yeah.
That was a weird Download anyway. Yeah, maybe from that point we were like, we could do that. We could be up there. So yeah, I can't remember what we said around that kind of thing at the time. So I just wanted to clarify that, just in case someone does correct us on that bit.
Just shows that people know our podcast better than we do at this point, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
No, actually, you did say that in episode 6. You said that. That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
We're absolutely done.
Yeah, but that was a weird Download as well, wasn't it? The first time we ever met, and
that was a great download. I've really 2020. I can't remember where in my video I put it, but it was quite high. Like I had a really good time that Download. I had a great time with who we were with. Bands were great. yeah, it was awesome. It's just because it was the first one back, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
it had been so long. It felt like such a good feeling to have a proper download. That was amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, well, I mean, like we camped together. We'd been talking online for a year. We'd been internet friends for a year, and we met.
Friends. Well, I suppose more than typing friends. I mean, we had sit and talked together for a friggin' long, probably like 50 hours by the time we actually met each other. So
That's true. That is a good point.
We'd probably talk to each other more than a lot of really, mates that live next door probably talk to each other.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of my friends there that you'd never met, and I've met a lot of your friends for the first time. And it was cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Really good. All right, well, shall we quickly go back to the beginning for people that don't know how we sort of, I was going to say got together, but that makes us sound like a couple. People don't know how we got together.
Yeah,
how we joined forces.
Yeah. Do you want me to say it or you say it? Is it my turn? Or
you found me, so you've got to start.
I found you. No, I was trying to do a coupley thing. And say, you say the story.
Now, go on, babe. You say it.
Calling me mate. A bit more than that.
I said babe.
Oh, did you? I thought you said mate.
I said babe.
Oh, I cocked that up, didn't I? Anyway, so brief history. I know most of you will know this because we said it a few times, but for people that might not know, so I was doing a podcast before this one about video games. That was I could tell that was coming to an end. I didn't want to stop doing it. I loved doing podcasts at the time. We had barely any listeners for that. Like we would get maybe 10 per episode if we were lucky, 15. But I just loved doing it. So I was like, yeah, do you know what? I could do a podcast about download. I felt like I had earned the ability to do it because I'd been to every download, apart from the pilot. If I'd only been to maybe half the downloads, my imposter syndrome, which I didn't know was a thing when we started this, but yeah, I definitely would have felt like people aren't going to listen to me. People won't give a shit what I think or say, because of that. But yeah, I felt like, yeah, I could do it. And I tried it on my own, and I couldn't do it on my own because I rubbish at talking just to myself at a camera. So yeah, I found Simon. He posted on Reddit, and we said, like, you didn't post very much on Reddit at that point, did you?
Don't post on Reddit at all, because I realised that Reddit, unless it's something very specific or people like you, they don't like you self-promoting on pages on Reddit.
No.
So, and the algorithm or however it's managed doesn't like it. So even if you've put it on and people like it, it gets bumped down. It doesn't come off people's feeds, even if they like the pages. So yeah, I don't think Reddit's very good for pushing your YouTube. But in the beginning, when I didn't have many people, I was just trying to do everything, putting it as many places. So Reddit was, one of the places where I put it. And luckily, you were on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on Reddit all the time at that point. I think I might have deleted Facebook or, taken myself off Facebook. And after I did that, I became obsessed with Reddit. I was on it so many hours.
I do like Reddit, man. I need to get my Reddit back. My Reddit app back on my phone because I got a new phone and I never put my Reddit app back on it. So I need to do that because I love it. But yeah, so Adam messaged me, and so obviously it was just a message from a guy I didn't know, just saying, "Hey, I want to do a podcast about Download Festival." And he said, like, you speak really well about it. You seem like you've got a good positive energy. I can't remember exactly what you said. Do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, sounded like a good idea. Like, I wasn't really up to much. This was like just post, COVID. Like, yeah. I think all the lockdowns had happened by that. Stuff had come back, but not properly come back.
No, well, like you said, episode 2 was the pilot, and so that was a test to see how well the people coped with.
Big gatherings was still a big no-no at this point. And then he said, "Hey, okay, cool." I said, "Yeah, sweet." So then we done a meeting on Discord, just like this. We just sat here. Yeah. We said, "Hello, how you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. Introduced ourselves to each other. And then we just literally started firing off loads of ideas for the podcast. What will we be called? What will we talk about? Blah, 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 blah. And we just, well, I did anyway. I just got a really good feeling. I thought this guy's pretty cool. He's knowledgeable about, at first I was like, this guy's going to be a fucking weirdo, I know for sure. Vicky was like, this guy's going to be so weird. I mean, I was right because he is a weirdo, but he's a weirdo that I like, so it's fine.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then we were like, okay, let's do it. And then we recorded our first episode. What was it? Strangers are just friends who you haven't met yet?
Perfect, yeah. That's what it
was.
was.
That it? Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Bang on.
Do you remember where I'd heard that? Or where I'd seen it first?
No. I don't remember that.
I'll give the listeners 5 seconds to think. Oh no. I got to keep talking because otherwise when I truncate silence, it will get rid of that silence. So I'll just fire off straight away. But yeah, I saw that on a Rizzler packet for a little while. You'll come back. It'll come back to you now. For a little while, Rizzler packets, they had either like jokes on them or facts or cool sayings, and I saw that and I was like, I like that. Yeah,
no, that's
although
awesome.
The world's a little bit different now. I wouldn't say that's as true anymore when you see
probably not. No.
Some of the people on the streets and everything. Yeah,
I'd say I get on with most people, but maybe not everyone in the world would be my friend.
Yeah.
But I get that the sentiment is correct, and it was nice. Yeah, so that was true. Like when we started, like we literally had never talked, had never done. Like you said, we didn't meet until almost a year later. It's just crazy how now, like, really good friends, been to loads of downloads, stayed in hotels together, gone to gigs together, done loads of stuff, been over each other's houses, spent time with each other's families. Like, it is...
Came to your wedding?
Came to my wedding.
Stag do.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, stag do's. It's a whole... It's weird how a friendship has blossomed, but also a podcast that has done pretty well for itself, to be honest, for the first 4 years. Yeah.
There's so much I want to say on the podcast, but it's not going to be in the order we're talking. And I'm aware that the stuff we talked about in the previous one that I haven't mentioned, and I'm like, can I go back to that? Do I do? Yeah, we'll mention all that in a little bit. But so episode 1 obviously was that. Episode 2 was a download pilot, which you went to and you basically reported back and did a review, it was perfect timing, really, to start the podcast at that point. I was probably aware of that at the time, and I was like, okay, if we're doing it, we need to start it before the pilot, if you're going, so you can,
report back. Yeah, and then it would have been my first Bloodstock as well, 2021.
Oh, so right.
That was only a couple of episodes because download was in July and not June.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was only about, 3 weeks later, and then it was Bloodstock as well, because they managed to get theirs wasn't a pilot because theirs fell just outside of that range. So theirs was almost a normal Bloodstock, wasn't it?
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, it fell just outside because I think all the pilot schemes had worked. So the government were just like, sure, go ahead. And it's not a download. The capacity, I think, was shortened a little bit, but it wasn't far off of what Bloodstock normally is. So so that was a year of firsts, the first weird download, first podcast, first time I met, we'd talked, and first Bloodstock. So, 2021 was quite the year.
Yeah. What about trees? I'm sure we did a trees episode very close to the beginning as well.
There was no trees in 2021.
Okay.
2022, there was a trees, but yeah.
Right. I'm not sure if I was aware of that being your first Bloodstock. You might have said it.
You would have been at the time.
Been aware.
You would have been at the time. Yeah, at the time you would have. But yeah, so this is the 5th one for me. 5 in a row. And yes, I did get that accreditation, yo. You get me? You feel me, yeah? You feel me, yeah? Someone's listening. So, all I'm saying is, someone's listening. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, we said before, like you said, it was very close to the beginning. I can't remember what episode 3 was at the minute, but episode 4 was your friend Adam Leader came on, the first time I ever spoke to him.
Oh, I can't believe we had him on so early.
Yeah, and I felt the same. Like, it was so close to the beginning. Like, weird to get guests on that early. But episode 5 was, because I knew Bloodstock was coming up, I had some friends who'd won the Metal to the Masses previously. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to get people on who've actually played Bloodstock. So that was episode 5 with Josh Erst. And then episode 6 was your review about Bloodstock. So that was two episodes in a row. 1/3 of our episodes at that point was about Bloodstock.
Yeah.
And it's only taken you...
Bay Bloodstock.
Bay Bloodstock. And it's taken you another 4 years to actually get accreditation.
Yes. Although I didn't apply for a long time, but yes. It's taken me two years to get an accreditation.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not go down there. Let's not go down that road. Let's not start talking about that. But anyway, yes, very good. Well done,
I'll delete
Bloodstock.
all other episodes that have us slagging them off, basically.
We don't slag off Bloodstock. All we do is big them up, man.
Cool, of course.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go through all of the episodes because we're going to be here for a long time. Although I feel like we are smashing through this a lot quicker than we did last. We know what we're going to talk about this time, rather than just go, let's talk about this. So this might be like
kind of
far shorter than the previous one, but it's fine. We're not going to talk about every episode. One that sticks out to me is it's the next episode on after number 6, episode 7, which was all about because would have been September. That was when just after Senjutsu came out. Oh, it's been 4 years since Senjutsu. They must have another album coming out soon, right? Hopefully it's better.
Senjutsu was great. It was blew the roof off Book of Shite.
Book of Shite.
Without a shadow of a doubt. It was like a massive step up from that. I quite liked Senjutsu. I can't even say it. But I quite liked it. I honestly, it's a good album, I think. Not obviously up there, but it's definitely in the middle of the pack somewhere. It's better than a lot of other stuff that they've done. Bottom of the pile, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, it's weird with some of their newer stuff. We should revisit another Iron Maiden episode.
Actually, we did say that in the episode that didn't happen, that we would, in the next episode, do our top 5 Iron Maiden songs.
Oh yeah. Did you think about it at all? I said I was going to message you.
I done a top 10 instead because I couldn't think of 5.
Oh, okay. Oh, have you got them written down?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do that. We will do that later then in a little bit.
Okay, we're going to do that in a little
bit.
Definitely. As a little treat. Yes.
Awesome. We'll explain that a little bit more in a little bit. So we ranked all the Iron Maiden albums just to see how we both felt about all of them. And a few other bits we talked about in that episode. But yeah, it stands out to me because a good friend of mine, Jacobs, has always said that has always been his favourite one. He's not the biggest Iron Maiden fan. I mean, he is a fan, but I think probably because of how well we gelled and just the way we were talking about it all, being so close to the beginning as well, he said that he absolutely loved that episode and wanted us to do some more. So we've done a few other specials.
Yeah, I think around that time, like as soon as you start getting to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, around there, when most of our podcasts stop, is when we started to get used to each other. We started to gel a little bit more. We started to know how to bounce off the other person.
Yeah.
What they were going to say. So I think that's probably when we hit our beginning stride anyway, when we just started to gel a bit more. And I remember absolutely loving that because I was like, I was like, your Maiden albums were sometimes similar, but overall ours was so different.
Yeah.
And it was literally like, it was amazing because I was just like, this guy is completely different to me. He hears completely different things, we listen to a lot of the same stuff, but I mean, like, just the way you hear things. Some bands I like, some bands you don't like, some bands I fucking love, we both love, some bands you love, I don't like. Like, it was great to, like, we don't have to agree on stuff. That's what makes this so good. It's like, I'll always try and convince you to like something, but then, and sometimes it works, but that doesn't always mean it's going to work. It doesn't always mean you're going to like it. Yeah. And it's the same with me. I'll listen to anything, and sometimes I'm surprised because I'm like, oh man, it's fucking awesome. But I just like that we're so honest with each other as well. We're not like trying to kiss each other's asses or anything. Like, you like what you like, I like what I like. It's great when we like the same things, but also we see and hear things very differently, which I think is another reason why it makes this podcast so good and fun for us to do.
Yeah,
because we're not we're similar in a lot of ways, but we're also very different in a lot of ways. But that makes it good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I absolutely agree. But I also think as well, you know exactly how to respond to me, which is amazing. You know whether to take me seriously, or if I say something that's a little bit stupid. Some people might go, "Oh, I'm just going to stay quiet now because he said something a bit, silly." But you'll just call me out on it and go, "Don't be a fucking dickhead," or laugh at me, or something like that. And we just work so well. I don't know if it's the same the other way around, because it's harder to sort of.
No, I laugh at you a lot because you're funny.
Okay,
but yeah, but no, I think it's the same. Like, I say shit that makes you laugh. You say shit that makes me laugh.
Yeah,
I think but yeah, like even with just normal stuff, like talking to each other, you know how to react. I know how to react. I know when you're joking, and I know when you're trying to push my buttons as well. So.
Yeah, good.
but that's good. That's good. That's it, because you understand me. You already know. We've been friends for 4 years now. You already know how to piss me off. Because you know me so well.
Oh, good,
and I know how to piss you off because I know you so well. That's what being friends is. Like, you know how to big them up, but also you know how to fucking rip them to shreds as well.
Cool, so
good. That's how well we know each other now. That's how much we've learned about each other.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes I have bad ideas, and like I said, you know when to tell me to shut up, and that's not a very good idea. And like
but a lot of your ideas in general have turned into very good ideas. Yeah,
I think I agree with that. But you've also helped me with not having to go through the embarrassment of when my bad ideas. I don't go through my bad ideas because you say no, we're not doing that, which is fine.
It's not often though. It's not often. I mean, most of the time you come up with an idea, and I'm like, "That's a great idea," and then together we figure out how to shape that idea into actually something that comes into reality. Sometimes you come up with an idea and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you explain it and then I go, oh, okay. Or sometimes you come up with something and I'm like, that's madness. We can't do that. So there's a lot of level. But this is the thing though, like you're not afraid to, if you didn't have all the, I know I've come up with stuff, you come up with stuff. You've probably come up with way more stuff than me because you will throw anything at the wall and see what sticks. And then we'll be like, that, no, not that, but that's really good. And that's really good. So that actually works. It's like if we were in the same room and we had a giant whiteboard we were writing on, that's essentially what you're doing, is just doing like a big that, and that. And then we both look at it and we go, no, not that, but that's really good. And that's really good. So
yeah,
it's better than us sitting here, right? Twiddling our thumbs, doing a fucking download, an old download review every other episode because we have no fucking ideas at all.
Yeah.
So, hopefully the listeners think these guys are coming up with interesting stuff and not just repeating or blatantly copying what other podcasts do, like other podcasts.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. I know that. So I was just thinking of one. So I want to give the listeners an example of one of my bad ideas that Simon absolutely called my shit on. The first time we met, going back to 2022, the first time we met, we knew it was 2023. We had the first proper meetup, wasn't it? So we did know each other, but not as well as we do now. But yeah, we had a meetup, and I was like, right, I'm gonna take some beer I'm gonna take presents, gifts for people. They can have my beer. They won't dislike me then, basically. But I was like, first, we got 2 crates. We're gonna do a little bit of a speech for all the people that come. I was like, for weeks this went on. For weeks I was saying, we should. I'll take some beer crates, and we'll both stand on the crates, and then I'll say something. And that whole time, you didn't say anything to me about it. But it wasn't until we were walking to the meetup, you just went, I'm not standing on a crate. And I was like, oh, okay, shit. Okay, we'll just give the beers out then. And I think since then, yeah, you absolutely, you're more than happy to tell me if you don't like something. But yeah, like I said, I think how embarrassed would I have been if, I got up there and said something, and it would be that whole inner cringe, like you think back to something, and go, oh no, oh, why did I do that? But yeah, always remember that, and how you saved my ass.
Well, I didn't really save it. I probably think leading up to it, I thought maybe we should say something. But then when I was walking there, I'm very self-aware. So, and then I probably thought in my head, and I had one of those moments where it like zooms into the future, and me was standing on 2 beer crates, and just I probably just thought in my mind, this isn't something we should do. And that's probably when I said to you, do you know what? We're not going to stand on crates and say anything. And then you just and then the same thing probably happened to you in your head, just like you said. And then we both agreed, probably not. Yeah, probably for the best. We'll just stand there.
We'll just stand there
and greet people. We won't stand on there and make a speech like it's a fucking wedding or something.
Yeah, but yeah, that's one of my probably worst ideas I've had, and I'm glad we didn't do it.
See, and that's not even that. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. You could have come up with a lot worse things than that. But yes, it's something we didn't end up doing in the end.
Pretty main character-ish, though, isn't it? I'm the main character.
Well, actually, you still think you're the main character, because we'll get there. But even in this year's live show, one of your first lines was, "You've got masks on. I'm host. This is host. Remove the mask." Oh no, it's us.
Yeah.
It's us. There were probably people saying like, "Who the fuck are you, mate?" So you've still got it somewhere in there. No, but
I still don't see anything wrong with that. Now you've explained it. Like,
but I was like, "It's us." Who the fuck are you? So I thought that was really funny.
Okay.
Because like, yes, it's us. Hello.
At that point, we had most of that already written out on what we were going to say. We didn't have anything for that bit. Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to say. The whole time leading up to it, I had no idea how I was going to do that first bit.
I'm thinking that if you standed on that crate, if 2023, I reckon you would stand on that crate and go, "Hello, it's us." But no, I loved it.
Cool. Yes, sorry. So going back a little bit, we were talking about some of our favourite episodes. We would also love to hear from you guys, actually, what your favourite episodes were. But yeah, we're going to skip through a few of them. And I wanted to point out episode number 18, one of our least downloaded episodes of all time, which was an interview with Samantha and Andy. Simon was meant to be there for that, if any of you remember. Simon wasn't there for that, and I never knew why. Just didn't show up one evening. I was like,
I cannot remember at all why I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
No idea. I mean, going back a couple of episodes, some of my favourite ones are the ones when we like really get into the nitty-gritty music, like our Roadrunner record specials, part 1 and 2. That was episode 10 and 11. They were so interesting to do because, I mean, look, we had so much to talk about. We couldn't even talk about Roadrunner records for one episode. We had to do 2. I think I got a message from some people as well saying I really liked you guys talking about Roadrunner.
Oh, did you?
And I know that we were going to do a Nuclear Blast one at some point, so we'll have to get to that at some point.
Yeah. Number 111
and we'll do some other labels
12,
as well. At some
10, 11.
Yeah, 111, 12. We'll do Nuclear Blast. But that was really great. And ones like Spotify ruining the music industry. That was a great sort of in-depth chat. Love that. When we talked about crowdfunding platforms, labels.
I loved the crowdfunding one, and I think that is our least downloaded episode.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's annoying. Because... yeah, but at this point, we're only 20 episodes in. We didn't have the Discord.
No,
we didn't have the community. We just had random people listening. I think probably now, hopefully the listeners would be interested in us getting into subjects in depth. Because we're all music nerds in some way, shape or form. So I'm sure we'll get back to those kind of episodes. But that was cool. And yeah, like we were talking about Adam's ideas before. Like, all these ideas have just been me and Adam going, right, what should we do? Sometimes we plan 6 months in ahead. Sometimes we plan 2 weeks in ahead. It just depends on how we're feeling about what ideas we come up with. So we'll go, we haven't got anything for 2 weeks' time. Okay, what should we do? Well, let's do something completely different. Let's do Desert Island Discs.
Yeah.
Because we think it will be cool. I know it's something that's been done a million times before by, radio and all sorts of stuff, but we've never done it. So we just thought it would be interesting to shy away from all of the stuff. And I think that Adam's doing himself a bit of disservice because he's probably come up with the ideas for some of what I think are our most interesting episodes, where he's gone, hey, should we talk about this? And I've gone, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. We should definitely talk about that. And then go away, make notes, do some research, and then come back and talk about it, which I love.
Yeah. But some are... thank you. Anyway, thank you. Maybe I was. But I think some of your favourite episodes, I do love the episodes as well. But I didn't realise how much you loved doing those episodes until last episode. That didn't happen. Was the going back and listening to albums that have been released sort of 10, 20 and 30 years previously.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew you liked them because something that an idea that you came up with, and we enjoy listening to those ones. But yeah, I didn't quite get how much you loved those episodes. So we didn't actually get around to doing them last year. So we definitely will this year.
Yeah. I love music history stuff. So when we were doing, albums turning 30, albums turning 20 and 10, I thought this is a great way to look back at music, albums, listen to albums I haven't listened to before, look back at albums that I love. I just thought it was great for us to sort of just share in a bit of music history. We go back, pop culture, see what was going on 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I like looking back to see all that stuff, and then sort of just, obviously, we just talk about it as if it was now. So I just love those. And yeah.
You normally do a bit of a recap as well at the beginning, don't you? Which I always forget that you do. What films
the pop culture recap.
You just reminded me
because it's good, because then it brings you back to that year, so then you've actually got context when you're talking about it. Because I was like, well, if we're going to go to the 90s, let's just talk about shit that happened in the 90s as well, so people have a sort of feel for it. Which is just really cool. So like you said, we already had loads of episodes last year. We already had sort of loads of other stuff going on, so we didn't really have time to do it. I'd like to get them in this year. If we could, towards the end of the year would be wonderful. But, it's just like, at some point, let's bring them back, because I thought they were really cool. But, if something else comes along that we have an opportunity to do something or something else, then we'll see.
Yeah. But I think we said previously, didn't we, that we should do them at a different time of year. So, because I struggle with those episodes because it's the busiest time for year for us. I spent most of my time at work knocking on people's doors every couple of minutes, so I struggle to listen to albums and stuff like that all the way through. And I'm just generally knackered at Christmas time. I probably won't. Hopefully, won't be this year, because I won't be doing anywhere near as much overtime as I did last year. And that's another reason why I keep saying I'm going to send the awards to the people that we give awards to for the award ceremony. I know I haven't done it because I'm always just knackered usually from like Black Friday week all the way up to the end of December. So that's like 7 weeks of just doing 9-10 hour days.
It's long.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm usually knackered, but I don't think I'll get in trouble saying this. If anybody does listen to it, because you're not really supposed to talk about work, but they've pretty much stopped overtime since December last year, and I've got used to finishing at my normal time, because I've done hours overtime most days since I've been there. It's not very often you actually get to finish on time, but the whole of the last 8 months I've been finishing on my normal time. So I'm thinking,
weird.
I might just do this at Christmas. I instead of voluntarily doing the overtime because they want us to, I'll just finish at my contracted hours time, and I won't be so knackered.
Sounds good.
And I'll actually enjoy time with the kids and stuff at Christmas as well. I was just so knackered last year. Pretty well.
Well, like you said, we can move them around and try and get them into some other slot, but we'll see what we've got packed for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I will look at it. Oh, we will look at it. I said I then, because quite often I will go in and I'll go, right, let's do like a bit of a roadmap. and work out when our episodes are going to be, when they're releasing, and do like a little spreadsheet of it. And I'll look at it and go, yeah, that looks pretty good. And I don't look at it again. I think I did that for last year. And I did it probably August, September kind of time. Worked out all our episodes for the rest of the year. And it was completely different to what I'd put down, what we did.
One day we'll stick to one. Oh, well. Things change, I guess.
Yeah.
You briefly talked about it, but another cool thing, obviously, that's come has been the Dear Download Awards. Because, we grew up with, like, the Kerrang Awards, Metal Hammer Awards, all that sort of stuff. And I was thinking we should just do an award ceremony. I don't even if it's just us taking note of it. But it was cool, obviously, when we got the Discord involved, because now... Since we've had the community, it's cool to get people to vote. So it's not just me and you picking them. Yeah, we'll pick the nominations, but people decide on who's actually winning the things, which is actually really cool. And to be honest, in this day and age, we probably get as many votes as the Kerrang Awards do these days anyway. So
shots fired.
Yeah.
Just all the big publications. It's all a little rubbish. It's just anyway.
It is every time there's a Kerrang article and I have to read it, I mean, I just want to tear my screen open, get in there, and just physically abuse whoever wrote it. That's how bad these publications have become. But it's not like before, they're not like, these aren't in magazines, these aren't writers, these are fucking words on a website. Like, I'm sure I could write way better than some of these people that are writing for Kerrang and Metal Hammer these days, but it's just not the same world, unfortunately.
No, I was never sort of very well educated on that kind of side of it as well. I used to get, was it Rock Sound I used to get?
I love Rock Sound, yeah.
But honestly, I never read them. I just got them. I never read any of the stories or what was going on with the bands, unless it was a band I really liked.
Well, I said to you, next time you come over, I need to get my Metal Hammers out of the loft. Because I have Metal Hammers going all the way back. I've got Kerrangs and Metal Hammers from like 1997 all the way up to like, I don't know, 2010 or something stupid.
Yeah.
And we need to look at some of those because they are like, these are time capsules that are fucking amazing. Like, there is so many cool pictures and like gig reviews and album reviews and just so much mad shit in these things. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It would be good to look at. And it would be good to look at some of the like lesser known bands and how much they were hyped at the time and where they've gone.
Yeah. You get that a lot in there. You look at like the gig section and you're like, some band that's huge now are playing like the Underworld and you're like, what the fuck? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's really cool.
Oh, we should do that. That'd be be a good YouTube channel. We get rich and famous.
I did think that, but I thought, how could I film it? But I'll do that. I think I might for the YouTube do an actual old school, like maybe every couple of months I'll go through one of my Metal Hammers.
Yeah, you could film it with one of those pens that what's her name, Dent has got on Countdown with a dictionary. What's her name? Judy Dent. Is it Judy Dent? Can't remember her name, but you know what I mean, yeah. When she's talking about...
I don't know what you mean, though. Oh, and they have like a little camera.
Yeah, like she's talking about a 9-letter word or something that she's worked out, and then she's got a pen that points at it, and there's a camera on the pen.
Oh, what? Okay, right, okay. I'm going to have to look into that.
How you do it.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, thanks, dude. That's actually giving me some good stuff.
Yeah.
What else? What other episodes? I mean, we've just done so much stuff. It's just amazing. We should talk about Discord. So
yeah,
I can't remember what year it was when we started the Discord. Was it 2022?
It might have been 2022. Yeah, it was leading up.
I think it was around there, wasn't it? Yeah,
2022. Yeah.
And we've been using Discord to talk to each other for a little while, and we thought, and then I think Adam was like, "You can just get a." I'd only ever got Discord because this is where we done it, so I never even knew other Discords. You could have whole people on there. You could have
people
channels like we've got on there. Like, I was like, I don't know. Like I thought it was just like Skype, but it's completely different.
Yeah.
So then we thought, oh, okay, we can do something here. So we had a few channels open, and then we got a message from this absolute fucking weirdo from the Midlands. Really tall, too tall for a normal man. I think way too tall. And he was like, right, guys, can I sort your channel out for you. And we were like, yeah. And that's how we met Stu. And to be fair to Stu, he made it a million times better than it was, because we were like, we had a couple of channels, we had quite a few people, but we were like, this is getting well. But then he came in and he changed the entire thing. He made all of these cool things, loads of things for people to talk about, put it all in order, and just made everything way better. And then it was more attractive people to join up. We wanted to promote it more to get people, and look at it now. We have an amazing Discord community with loads of people in, chatting every day. Fucking, it's just gone beyond our control. It's become a whole little universe that we sort of just sit on top of, like two Galactuses, just you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Stu came in at exactly the right time. I had some ideas that I wanted to do with it, but I didn't know Discord that well. I'd been in some Discords before. But yeah, Stu came in, offered his services, and he made it way better than I could have ever made it. And we've done so many great things with him since.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was perfect timing. I'm on Discord every day. I'm not always chatting, but I see most conversations and what's going on and
Same.
What people are talking about.
Same.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Always looking at it. Always like, oh, look at Discord. It's so good. And if you haven't joined the Discord, what on earth are you thinking? You can get it as an app on your phone. Hurry the hell up, get Discord. Do it.
Yeah.
Link in all of our descriptions and whatever. But yeah, it is amazing. It is amazing. And, although Stu did leech off of us and start his own stuff like a little bitch boy, he has done really well and he has really helped us out. So big up to Stu. Definitely.
Yeah. Not necessarily.
And actually
not necessarily just with the Discord either. He's been on loads of our episodes. He started coming on all of the headliner episodes that we do sort of the beginning of each year. And he did loads of research and all that. So yeah, Stu's been amazing to us.
Oh, without a doubt. I was going to say, just off the back. Oh, sorry.
Oh, but I would say his podcast didn't get past episode 12. I don't think. Again, I feel bad about saying that.
He'll get past it. He'll get past it. We're only joking, Stu. We love you, bro. But I was going to say that leads on to, obviously, Stu's been on loads of episodes because he's good to have on. We've got a good rapport with him. We're all great friends. He's great to talk to. But we've had loads of other people on as well. Like we said, we've had Anne Leader, we've had my brother. You've had your mates who run Bloodstock. We've had random people. We have the guys from Ready to Mosh.
Yeah.
We've had random people that we've just found, or you've got in contact with, or we thought this person is really cool. We've had Rob from TPD TV on, who is a massive celebrity basically in the YouTube and world of festivals. So I actually think we've done really well for ourselves. And like we said in the unreleased episode, it's going to be a great little one day. It will be released. We didn't want to become one of those podcasts that just interviews people. Like, if you're good at interviewing, you can do it well.
Yeah.
But I think that doing an interview every episode, you sort of lose some of yourself in it as well. Especially if you haven't got high profile names on. It's just difficult to get people to come back every episode, especially if the next band or person you're interviewing, is someone that not everyone likes.
Yeah.
So I'm just guessing that your listening count must just go up and down like massive fluctuations, because you'll have one person on that everyone likes, then you'll have someone on that not many people like. I think it would be difficult. We do like interviewing people, but we prefer ours to be more of a conversation than an interview. We'll ask them questions, but it's not like we sit there and go, so can you please tell me when the blah, 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 blah. That's just not... We like to sit and chill and talk. The people we've had on, the last person we had, Harry from Hammerdown.
Yeah.
We were getting on so well, we could have sat down and talked to that guy for 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were genuinely just sitting down, chatting and having a great time chatting to him. So I think that's good when people come on where we're a bit more right, we're just going to talk apps. So we say this to them before we get on. We say, right, we're just going to talk a load of shit, basically. Like, we're going to ask you questions, but it's just a conversation. It's not an interview, and we'll edit it to make it into some... Adam will edit it to make it come into some semblance of order.
Yeah, absolutely right. Everything you said then was absolutely right. With interviews, you need to be entertaining enough for people to come back for you, not the people you're interviewing, which is hard to do. I would say we've been going long enough, and people know us well enough that we could probably do that now if we really wanted to, because people come back for whatever we decide to do. We do episodes for us, not for the listeners.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, someone like Sappinen, they're absolutely hilarious, and so it doesn't matter who they have on. I haven't listened to them for a long time now because I just haven't had time. But yeah, I used to listen for them because Sean Smith is absolutely hilarious anyway, and they were able to coax out some absolutely amazing stories from the people they were interviewing. So yeah, I really like that. But yeah, some others, they just don't hit the mark. And, they might have 4 or 5 episodes where they're interviewing a band you've never heard of, and you're not going to spend the time listening to it.
No.
But that is an interesting thing you say that. Some people will remember. I know I said a fair few times right at the beginning, like one of my ideas was we should try and interview every band that's playing at Download. And, you're not going to get Green Day or you're never going to get Sleep Token, but you're not going to get Green Day or Korn on straight away. You have to start with the smaller bands, and then once you've done a load, you can in the emails you're sending, you can say, right, we're interviewing all the bands. We have currently interviewed 24% of the bands playing. And they'll go, oh, okay, we'll come on, and people will listen to that, even if it's a band they've never heard of. They listen because they're going to Download, I thought. So that was my reasoning behind it at the time. Like they have a connection with the bands that are being interviewed, and then it turns out we found out that we just loved doing the episodes that we were doing where we were just talking. I wasn't the biggest fan of being an interviewer at the time, anyway, because I didn't think I was very good at it. I'm probably way better now than I was.
Definitely.
But yeah, I didn't.
But yeah, that's just natural.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe that's another idea for us or somebody else in the future.
Yeah, we do like interviewing people, but like we said, we try and make it more of a conversation, and we like to do it with people that we're interested in what they do or what they've done. Like if there was a band that were well up for it and we were like, this band are awesome, we would definitely do it, and it would be great.
Yeah.
But
that's exactly what happened with Anti-Saint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're just not going out of our way to say, messaging those people. And we could. We have the contacts now. We've got the emails. We've got our fingers sort of coaxed between the. They could slam the door on our fingers at any point, and that's it. We're locked outside the gates. But we've got our little parts of our fingers just through the door slightly. Yeah. So people can go, hey, who are those? Who are the tops of those fingers? Oh, that's the Dear Download podcast. We're not fully in, we're not fully out, but we've got some semblance of our hands through the door. So I'm sure in future we will think it's probably time we started doing something maybe that might bump us up the pecking order a little bit. But at the moment, we're just comfortable, just me and Adam chatting about whatever we're talking about, having our own opinions on stuff. Because what we don't want to do is when you get to a certain point, you have to start saying things a certain way about specific things.
Yeah.
Or you don't get invited or people invited on for certain things. So it's kind of like a fine line to walk, because you can't actually say what you want to say, because if you do, you won't be able to get the people on or talk to the people that you want to. So yeah, we're rebels in that respect.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because we'll just say whatever we want.
I can't put it better than that. And you just triggered so many things I want to say. So there are ways to get in with these people. I know what they are. You probably know what they are. And it's not a secret. Basically, everybody that does Download are friends. All the DJs, all the the Kerrang radio DJs or whatever, they're all friends. Just start interviewing the people that do DJ sets and things like that, and then you'll start to get noticed by other people and noticed by other people. that's a way to sort of climb. I personally haven't put those ideas forward because I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're people that I never listen to. I don't listen to the radio. I don't listen to their shows. Why would I want to try and interview them? Because then you put yourself in a position where you got to do a load of research and find out about them and go, okay, well, I'm going to talk about this person in a certain light that I don't understand because I don't know them. I don't know what they do apart from what I've researched.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, it's happened naturally with some people that we know that work for Download, for instance, people that we like. And it's just so happened that we've talked to people and we know other people. We know there's loads of like podcasters, YouTubers, people that we didn't know before that now we're actually quite good friends with and we genuinely do like. But before we weren't going out of our way to sort of suck up to them in any way, just so we could get higher up the pecking order or get booked for Download or whatever. We were just naturally getting to know these people and either liking them or not liking them.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're just trying to be as genuine as we possibly can because we don't want to become one of those podcasts that's just fake, everyone's smiling all the time, you know, everything to do with Download is spot on, guys. You know, that's not the sort of thing that we want to be because it's just not true to who we are. So,
no.
I mean, and sometimes that can be shooting yourself in the foot a little bit, but 4 years, I'm sure another 4 years, and then we'll see where we are at that point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. My views on that as well have changed slightly. So I'm going to go back a little bit and then come forward a little bit and maybe go back a little bit again in this bit. We're talking about having that slump. And I mean, this year, our download numbers were nowhere near as many as last year or the year before. Our episodes around Download, and I think that was, you know, mainly because this year wasn't anywhere near as popular, as busy.
YouTube numbers for everyone were jank for this year.
Yeah, and there was a reason why I said that, and now it's gone. But obviously,
hold on, we've gone back. When are we going forward, Adam? Come on.
So obviously, we had that little sort of slump, and the download numbers weren't as high. But it doesn't really matter to us anymore. Putting out the best stuff we can is all that matters all the time now. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, you get ups and downs. Shit, where was I going with that? But yeah, so since Download this year, you know, we've had even more of a sort of slump than, you know, we normally would. And I've had some ideas, and there was one person that I watched an interview of a couple of weeks back, and that was our main contact at Download, who I've been emailing quite a lot, and you know, I would say I'm fairly friendly with her, and I thought about asking her to come on for an interview like November, December, and then I wasn't sure about it, and then I see somebody else has interviewed her first, and that just sort of put me in more of a slump, and I'm like, bollocks, you know, that was my idea gone, and I really wanted, to be, you know, brutally honest, we were trying to get Cameron Hack on. We've said this before, around November, December. You took a couple of days off of work on the days that we were supposed to have him on, and it never happened. And I got the email from this contact, and at that point I was like, give us somebody to interview. I think I even said to her, is anybody else available? Is Andy available? Is Jenny and Danica available? She's like, no, nobody else is available. And I really wanted to say, what about you? Do you want? I'm more than happy for you to come on. Any janitors or, you know, cleaners or whatever. We'll take anybody.
I don't know why, but I've got an analogy in my head of like you're at a party and then you're trying to get with girls, but they're like keep leaving, and then there's one girl left at the end, and you're like, do you want to?
I've actually got somebody into bed that way. And that's another road internal.
Yeah. I think we've all got someone into bed that way before.
I was so surprised that it worked. But yeah, no. So that sort of slump after Download kind of happened naturally. I got used to it, and then seeing this happen, like this other interview, which, you know, I wanted to ask her, and it's even more of a, oh damn it. That was one of my ideas. Are any of my ideas going to work going forward, sort of thing? How did I get onto this? What were we talking about? Don't know.
I don't know. You said you were going to go back and then forward and then back and then forward again.
Yeah, well, it's gone. Oh yeah. So as I was saying, I know I said about that in the previous one, and I really wanted to get it and say, like, sometimes something happen, for certain reasons or whatever. That was one of the reasons. But yeah, she deals very much with PR, and she was talking in that interview saying, there might be some people who they don't invite back because of some things they say. And now that sort of put it in my head to go, okay, we slagged off Sleep Token quite a bit this time. Does that mean we might not get accreditation next year if we apply for it? How much do they actually take notice of these things? Things like I'm not going to name them, but somebody put out a big thing about the whole toilet situation for them this year, and is a very very, very popular person, and they decided they're not going to go. They probably won't ever get accreditation again because the download PR team are paying more attention than I realized before.
Yeah.
So now I understand how much attention they're paying. It might, yeah. So I just want to be completely honest. It might subconsciously change how I do, like, go about, like, thinking about things like that. I'll try not to change too much, but I mean that kind of thing happens naturally over time as well. I still want to be the kind of podcast who we're brutally honest. We say what we think, but also sometimes my brain might just think differently to how it did 3 years ago. So like I said,
totally,
it just happens.
Well, like I said, we've got our fingers in the door. We've looked behind a couple of curtains and seen what's going on behind them. Some of the curtains for us are still drawn.
Yeah.
We need to get behind those curtains, but through YouTube and this and bands and whatever the fuck else we're doing, I'm sure we'll get through all of the curtains at some point.
Oh man, that would be amazing if we do.
Be able to give you more sort of just incline into what's happening back there. But that's the stuff that, well, Adam has pushed me to be more interested in, if I'm honest, because I'm interested about how festivals run and what happened, but through this podcast, you're the one that's really pushed that, and that's made me at the beginning go, yeah, I am actually really interested in how this is going to work and this is going to be. And now we're both just so interested in the cogs, what's going on behind, how they do that, how they do this.
Yeah.
We also like the presentation and the bands and the music and all that stuff, but we're nosy bastards, so we apparently we want to know what's happening behind all these closed doors, and who's having the conversations about how that goes this, that goes there, and that goes over there. So yeah, and it's just I think interesting.
I think that's another natural progression that's just happened. Download allowed us to see a little bit behind the curtain. We never asked to go to that press event a year or so ago. They invited us, and we were like, "Oh, okay, this is cool." And you want more then? You go, what else? What else are you going to invite us to in the future? Like, thank you. Now, give me more, please.
Turns out, nothing.
No, but I didn't realize they don't do them every year. But one thing I was trying to get for us this year.
We didn't get invited to the download launch party, but a load of people from TechDop that I've never fucking heard of did.
That's a weird one. That's for...
Sorry, but I'm not bitter. It's fine.
It's a weird one. I really, really wanted to go to that. And then we had some conversations with some people, and it is mostly like Instagram models and things like that get invited to make it look good. And so they post pictures of themselves at the download launch party.
I look good. I'd look great in front of a download sign that says download with a free download hockey shirt. I'd look great.
Yeah.
Get me there.
Yeah. We need to agree to some of these people that email us on Instagram saying free jewelry if you model them. I just assumed they were all a complete scam, but no, I assume some of these now that I know a little bit more. I assume some of these are genuine and they actually give them to people as long as they're posting certain things on Instagram. Again, a whole world of stuff I never knew anything about before.
Yeah.
But
maybe we don't do the Instagram ones, but yes, I get what you mean.
Yeah. So we need a following. We need to sell our souls to modeling companies, to clothes companies.
You've heard it here first, guys. The Dear Download butt plugs coming soon.
Someone find us a butt plug company that might sponsor us. Simon will do it. Well, I know it. I can't say that. We'll both do it. But yeah, it's a whole world of stuff. So something I was trying to get for us this year, and I was trying to keep it secret before download because I was hoping it would happen. I emailed download a couple months before it saying, look, there's no coverage. Basically, people want coverage. People want to see everything about download. So let us into the arena on one of the days that is not open to the public. We want to see more. We want to show more people stuff, and these are the reasons why people will love it. I feel like I've got quite good at that and telling them why they want you to do it. And when I sent that email, I was like, fucking shot in the dark. Not going to happen. I got an email back saying that's a great idea, but we may not be able to accommodate it. I'll have to let you know closer to the time. And I was like, holy shit. So I can just ask for stuff. Like, and I tell you what, I can. Again, finding out.
Oh, God, they've put their foot in it now, innit? It's just going to be constant emails from Adam like, I got this idea. I got this idea.
Yeah.
I got this idea.
Well, our contact is the person who takes a lot of ideas. I thought we'd have to ask Jenny and Danica directly if we want to break a world record on the Dogtooth stage. But no, apparently. This person takes ideas too. So, yeah. You're hearing from me quite a bit more.
Great. Right. Anyway, let's move on. Let's quickly talk about Wednesday morning episodes. Yeah. Then we'll say thank you, and then we'll close with our top 10 Iron Maiden songs. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I've only got a top 5.
All right.
But I mean,
I'll go. I mean, mine aren't in order anyway, so they're not 10 to 1. They're just 10 of my favourite Maiden songs.
Yeah. Well, it's 11 of my favourite Maiden songs, but it's my top 5.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably say as well, we have to mention is the Wednesday morning episodes, which was definitely a you idea. And an idea at first I was like, and then I was like, no, actually, that's a really good idea because people are going to want to listen to stuff about download the morning of, the way onto to download, at download with some people, they go listen to podcasts, put the speaker on, whatever the hell. So it was a really good idea, actually. And like I said in the unreleased episode, booyah, this one, our last one, was definitely going to be our best one, but it was the one that didn't turn out how we expected it to be. Again, because of some sort of audio malfunction that was beyond our control. Yeah.
Ridiculous. But I think I wasn't aware of how good an idea it was at the beginning. It was obviously something we put out and said that this is what we want to do, and I don't think we got anybody write in or send voice clips in for ages. But we probably announced it maybe a couple of months beforehand. But that's too far out for people to actually do stuff like that. People wait until it gets closer, the excitement builds. And so we kept saying it, and we've said it now, we're going to keep to it, but we've got no submissions. Like, come on, people, give us stuff. But then even the first one, after, in the end, we got some really good ones, really cool ones.
Yeah, we did. We always do. Like, we listened to them at the same time, and I'm always thinking, this is awesome. These people, it's just the one we wanted to give back to you guys to say, go. Yeah. Say stuff about download. Say how much you're enjoying it. Say if the podcast is shit. Say whatever you want, basically, and we'll just talk in between. Which is why I think that this year's we got some of the best messages, which we did talk about and comment on, but you never would know that because Adam had to staple together the best sort of Wednesday morning episode that he can get, which is a bit disappointing because we were really buzzing for this one. So I think next year's one we are going to make sure is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best Wednesday morning episode that we have ever done.
Oh, definitely. Start getting your submissions in now.
Yeah. Someone says, I'm recording this on the 4th of the 8th, 2025. Which would be great. But yeah, I love the Wednesday morning episodes. I think that they are just a cool little bonus just to add around all the sort of stuff that we do and we cover around download time, which is just great.
Yeah, I love them too. Yeah, and like I said, just putting them together just makes me feel good as well. And like I said, we listened to them, and it's just a feel good thing. Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, so that was all of the episodes we really want to talk about. I mean, we could talk about all of them, and I'm sure at some point we will do. Go back to do like a full history of it. Or, someone might make a YouTube channel and say the history of the Download podcast.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
That'd be cool, right? And analyze everything we say and whatever. It's talking shit now. We do. I don't think we've got a Wikipedia page yet either. So that needs to happen at some point. But what the fuck are we talking about? What we were talking about with the Iron Maiden thing earlier. So a couple weeks back, a friend in work just randomly said to me, "What's your top 5 Iron Maiden songs?" I think it was just after Ozzy died, and he was going through an 80s rock music sort of phase, and he's like, "Oh, listen to all this stuff again." And he's generally the kind of person who inquires a lot, or just asks questions. And he said, "What's your top 5?" And I came up with a top 4 in no particular order, and my number 5 was a 7-way split, a 7-way tie. So
that's amazing.
So even though it's a top 5, that's how I have 11 songs in my top 5.
Okay.
And so I put this on Simon last in the unreleased one. People are just going to be asking for the unreleased one, aren't they?
No, they won't get it. You're not going to get it.
You're not going to get it. Good.
We're just going. It's like Sonosphere. We're just going to talk about it, even though it's going to annoy people.
Yeah, so I randomly brought that up, and we was like, yeah, next episode, let's do that. Let's Simon put together his top 5 or top 10, and we will go through them and see how we did. And I just want to point out at this point as well, the first picture I took was a blurred mess, and I didn't realise until a few hours later. Some people might have seen the picture I put of the chair in Wix the other day in Discord. And I didn't realise until after I'd taken it. It was just a massive blur. And it was like, I don't know what's wrong with my photography at the moment. So I had to get him to give me the bit of paper back again that I wrote it on. It's not in the Discord, it's in pictures. How are we going to do this? We're going to go 5 up.
What?
Number 5 up to... No, there's no particular order, wasn't there?
No particular order, but we'll do... I'll do one, you do one, I'll do one, you do one, I'll do one, you do one.
Okay.
No particular order, but these probably are my 10 favourite Maiden songs. Okay. I love a lot of Maiden, but these are probably 10 of my favourite songs, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll do the 7, and then I'll do the top 4 that are definitely my top 4 at the moment. And then my joint 7 that are number 5. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but we'll just do one after the other. So you do one first, and then I'll do one.
Okay. Cool. Going from the bottom then, which is to joint 5, the 7 joint 5, joint and number 5. Empire of the Clouds. Absolutely love that song.
What fucking album's that on?
That's the 18-minute long song that's the last song of, I think it's the last song, on the Book of Shit or whatever you called it. Book of Shite.
Oh, God,
Book
I never even got that far into the album.
Amazing song. Listen to it. Absolutely amazing. The only song I like on that album, really.
I'll check that out because... I haven't listened to that album since it came out, I think. So I will check that out, actually, because some of their longer ones are very, very good.
Yeah.
So I will check that out, I promise. Yeah.
One of the rare ones that is written by Bruce, not Steve Harris.
Oh, I loved Brucey's last album. Well, there's a lot of Brucey albums I like, but I do think that last album was fucking excellent. And I've probably listened to that more since it came out than probably Maiden.
Really?
I really loved that album.
Nice.
I thought it was fucking... Yeah. I think it was fucking excellent.
I know.
I'm going to listen to it tomorrow now.
Cool.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Okay, I'll go. A classic, an oldie but a goldie. 2 Minutes to Midnight.
Nice. Yeah.
It's just... Yeah. Classic chorus, classic riffs, great video. It's just... Yeah, it's just classic Maiden for me.
Cool. I still do really like that song, but I think a lot of the older ones that were shown on TV a lot, on like Scuzz and Kerrang, I wouldn't say I ever got bored of them, but I'm not as hyped on them as I used to be. So
okay.
Bit of, shadowing of what's to come. Out of the Silent Planet.
Oh, absolute banger of a song. Absolute banger. Yeah, I love it. I got
Incredible.
I've got the CD single.
I might have too. No, I
Yeah.
don't think I do. I had a poster of it. I might have a single. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you get the poster in the single, so you probably did have the single. Single
Probably
came
then.
with the poster of the cover.
Yeah.
So I used to have it
Okay.
on my wall, but it's back upstairs now.
Cool.
But yeah, no, I love that song. I love that album. And funnily enough, my next song is one off of the very same album. I've got Blood Brothers.
Nice.
Yeah,
Amazing song.
I think Brave New World was quite high up on both of ours when we done the rankings
It
for.
was my top album.
Oh, see, it was your top, and I think it was mine 2. I think my number
think it was
2,
2 for
possibly.
you, yeah.
Like it's just a great album. It's Brucey's comeback album, and it is still to this day one of the. I mean, the thing is that you think of it as a new Maiden album. It's it's 25 years old now.
Yeah. Yeah, like you do think of it as a new album. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
Jesus.
yeah, we do, but yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Don't let's not think about that.
Okay.
Let's move on. But we both love Brave New World, which is great.
Yeah, cool. Reincarnation of Ben. This is one. This had to grow on me. I did not like this song very much at all when it first came out, but over time, it's just grown and grown and grown, and I fucking love it now.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites. It's not an album that I really love, to be honest. Overall,
Which one was it on?
is that Matter of Life and Death?
I don't remember.
I think it is.
Could be. Yeah.
If I'm thinking of the right one. Yeah, it's not. Well, anyway, yeah. That I never. So like you, where you just listen to it over again, that song just hasn't resonated with me. Like I've listened to it over and over again. And if it is on that A Matter of Life and Death album, that album has never gelled with me. And that's my favourite Maiden tour, my favourite gigs that I've ever seen them on. But that album just still to this day does absolutely zero for me. And some people think I'm bonkers for that because they're like, yeah, it's kind of different. Like it was very different to Dance of Death and Brave New World that were in the same vein because it was completely different to those two. But yeah, like I was like, I just want more of that. And they changed, and I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. For a lot of people, it's their favourite album.
Yeah, yeah.
A hell of a lot of people.
If I watch stuff on YouTube when people are doing their lists or like ranking Maiden albums or songs, they always bang on about that album. But I'm always just like, I might have to give it another listen. To be fair, I probably haven't listened to it in 10 years, I would say.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time for a revisit for me to say, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to listen to that and Book of Souls. Fuck me, it's going to be a depressing day. But it could be, but it could be a surprisingly great day as well. So
yeah, cool. What's your next one?
Mine, I've got another golden oldie from my favourite Maiden album, "Evil That Men Do," from Seventh Son.
Nice. That's a good song.
Yeah,
good album.
Great chorus, great little synth parts. It's the whole song is just killer. The lyrics are great. It's just got a great vibe. Yeah, I fucking love that song.
Yeah. I can't remember where that album was on mine. Maybe number 2? But I haven't got any songs.
Was high.
I haven't got any songs.
We very
from it.
much agreed on Brave New World and Seventh Son being fucking amazing albums. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of my favourites, yeah. Afraid to See Strangers.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? I had that on the other day. And I thought, do you know what? Yeah, no, I like that song, but I listened to that album. Love it. Ready to stranger, little Celtic riff.
I can play that. That's one of the few sort of guitar riffs that I've learned to play, and I love playing it. And they go to the solo. I can't play the solo.
No, that solo is too fucking mental.
Such a beautiful bit to play.
Yeah. It is a really good song, and it's got really good time changes in it as well. The way it goes like, bam, 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 and it goes like really fast. Yes, it's a fucking great song.
Awesome song.
So I respect you for that one.
Nice.
And mine is probably one of my favourite Maiden openers, but I feel like a song that's forgotten by a lot of people. Be Quick or Be Dead.
Okay.
From Fear of the Dark. It's just, just no messing around, straight in, and Brucey with his like just go Brucey, go. Yeah, and I just love that. It's just really quick, be quick, be dead. Fucking loads. And it's like, it might be one of Maiden's shortest songs. I think it's like 2 minutes 59 or something. It's so quick, and that Be Quick or Be Dead. Like, you can't make the song last for like 8 minutes. But but yeah, I just love that. I love that, and it's always been one of my favorites because it's so like, you're there, we're gone, we're out.
Yeah.
Next song.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, it's always been one of my... But it's not one I hear Maiden fans talk about a lot.
No. But yeah, that is a very good song. I've always liked that one as well. Yeah. The Writing on the Wall is my next one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh!
Fucking love that song. I've said it on the podcast. That was my most listened to song that year when it came out. And it wasn't released until like September.
Yeah. So you just killed it.
Much. Such a good song.
Yeah, it's really good. I told you there's loads of good stuff on that album. Loads of good stuff on that album.
Yeah.
And that is one of the ones that is really, really good.
Yeah. I need to listen to it again. Although I said that before and I listened to it again and I just never got it. It was weird.
It's strange because you like that song so much, but yeah, I would have thought that some of the other stuff would, yeah. Oh.
I know I said before, I think the songs are in the wrong order. There are some songs that feel like they should be after a certain song and like it's not. And it comes weird. And yeah, I think they could have ordered the songs a bit better to feel better when you're listening to them, if that makes sense. But that might just be me.
I think you're on the money there because like when you listen to like all the good Maiden albums, the structures of where the songs are flow really well. Like, you know what song's coming next because it fits perfectly to go into the next bit. So I think you're right. Like, even if you had a really good Maiden album, but all the songs were out of sync, it still wouldn't be perfect because they wouldn't sound right. Yeah. So I think you might be right. Maybe you could do a reshuffle and then go, this is the order it should be in.
I said I would do that. I never got around to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can all listen to it in the right order.
Yeah. I might do that. I might do it later. I'm going to not do anything tonight. I'm going to do it tonight, I reckon.
I'd like to listen to it in the right order, please.
Yeah. Cool. What's your next one?
My next one is, I mean, from now on, probably apart from one wild card, I would say they're all classics, but Wasted Years.
Yeah. Oh, I love that song.
Wasted Years is, I think as well, over the last 10, 7, 8, 9 years, I've really appreciated Somewhere in Time way more than I did before.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of the ones, again, that I love the opener, I love Wasted Years, I love Deja Vu, but the rest of it was just a bit, I didn't get it. But now it's actually pushed up the rankings a lot for me for Maiden.
Okay.
And I've been listening to it a hell of a lot recently for some reason. I just stuck it on and I was just like, yeah, okay. I wanted us to Caught Somewhere in Time and listen to that. And I got sucked in and I was like, because people think of that and Fear of the Dark as like peak Brucey's voice. Like his voice was fucking insane by this point.
Yeah.
And actually listening to some of the vocals on Somewhere in Time, you're like, holy shit, this guy's vocal range is actually mad. So yeah, so I've just appreciated it more.
Yeah, specifically listen for that. Yeah,
no, awesome. But anyway, but I love that album, and yeah, Wasted Years is that song gives me the feels, man. Like when you listen to the lyrics, it really like sometimes makes me a little bit teary eyed because I'm like, think of the times. Just think of all the good times. You should have appreciated them when they were happening. You know, because they were the golden years. They were the good times. And there's this one line. I close my eyes to think of home. And I'm always like, oh, I'm going to cry. Okay, stop. Don't cry. Keep listening. Okay. Like, it's like that invokes something in me, that song, some sort of emotion. So I really like it. But yeah, great song, great album.
Cool. Have we had any of the same yet? I don't know if we have.
No, we haven't had one that's the same.
No. My next one is Dream of Mirrors.
Oh, oof. Yes.
I love that song.
Oh. Do you know, out of that like middle run of that album, you could pick any of those songs and I'd be like, yes. Because they're all fucking great.
Like pretty much have.
They're just amazing. Oh, okay, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we you know, if you are a Maiden fan and you've never visited Brave New World, you are in for just a glorious time listening to that album because it is a thing of beauty.
It is, but I don't think it quite fits a lot of the other albums. It's quite different, so it might also be difficult for some people to listen to it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I've still got one from Brave New World as well. So
I've still got two.
There's a lot of Brave New World on here. Oh, okay, here we go.
And I've already said two.
My next one is a classic. Probably one of the first apart from Run to the Hills, which isn't on here. But I'd say Run to the Hills and this one, Hallowed Be Thy Name, probably the two Maiden songs that got me into Maiden, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, everyone got into him from like The Trooper and some other things, but I heard Run to the Hills, I was like, I love this. Then I heard Hallowed Be Thy Name, and I was like, holy fuck, this is the greatest band I've ever heard in my life. So then I was instantly hooked. So yeah, Hallowed Be Thy Name, just the story, you know, just the bells, the chimes, the time changes, Bruce Dickinson's vocals, his falsettos, just everything is just, it's just like, yes, this is God. This is God territory. God territory. So yeah, always one of my favourites.
Cool. Ghost of the Navigator is my next one.
Oh, man. Wow, he's just pulling out all of the stops, man. I love that song. And again, that's got some good sort of time changes. It sort of just goes up a notch, like really, really easily and nicely in that song. But yeah, great chorus, killer chorus, good solos. Oh, I've got to go and listen to Brave New World, man. I have to. You're giving me a hard on for Brave New World again.
By the end of this, we'll be listening to everything, all 17 albums.
I'm just going to go through them all again. Is it me or you?
You. Down.
How many?
I'm down to 4 left.
3, 4. Yes, same. Another great song from my favourite Maiden album, Can I Play With Madness?
Oh, yeah.
Which I think may be the best Iron Maiden single of all time, possibly. Catchiest, great video, a wonderful, brilliant song, great solo, vocals absolutely done, you know, big chorus hook. It's a song that I've just never got bored of, even though I've been constantly listening to it for the last 28 years or however fucking long I've been a Maiden fan. So yeah, it's just one for me that just never gets old. Absolutely just love it.
I agree, mostly, but yeah, like listening to it on the album, walking around with a CD player when I was younger. Yeah, that song on that album, absolutely incredible. But then I think I was just slightly overexposed to it from Scuzz and Kerrang. The same with all of those ones that were out at the time that were big on the channels. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. Actually, I'm never a big fan of that. But yeah, Number of the Beast, Trooper, loads of them. I just sort of got that a little bit overexposed. I still love the songs, but yeah, not quite as big a fan. That's why I've got
that's fair.
Only two songs. Yeah, giving a bit away now. Only 2 songs on here that are pre Brave New World.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Mine are all over the place.
Afraid to Shoot Strangers is one of them. My next one. So that was the ones I've just said are the joint number 5 that I couldn't decide. So now starting my top 4 in no particular order. Hallowed Be Our Name. Suits you, sir.
Baby.
Yeah,
suits you. That is a Suits You song, isn't it?
Yeah, everything we just said and more. And even Machine Head's cover of it is fucking incredible.
Oh, Machine Head's good. Cradle of Filth's cover of it's great as well.
It is, yes, I forgot about that one.
Fucking ridiculous, but great at the same time.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. And my third song and final one from Brave New World is the album opener, The Wicker Man.
Wicker Man, that could have easily been in my number 5 joint 7 to make it joint 8.
Yeah, that song, like, as kids, when that came on, me and my brother would just go fucking loopy. We would just lose our minds for The Wicker Man. Just be running around the bedroom, fucking kicking shit, fucking singing. Just that song always just invoked something in me to just go mental and sing, arms in the air, just like, oh, it's such a good chorus. Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, let's not talk about Brave New World anymore.
I haven't got any more. I have, yes. No, The Wicker Man, incredible. The song, the song they released first from Dance of Death. What the fuck was that called? Where they had the cars in the video. Rainmaker. Was it? With the cars? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. With Eddie holding up the thing and all that, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they were very close to that being as epic as the Wicker Man, but it was something not quite as good with it. But I think that's what they were going with, because I think, as far as I remember, Wicker Man was the first single from Brave New World as well.
Yes.
And they were close. They were close to getting that same formula, that same...
There are people out there that think Dance of Death is a better album than Brave New World. I don't think it's even half as good of an album, but
I can see that, though.
It does have some good songs on it, but I don't think it's anything compared to Brave New World. The singles were great, but I don't think as an album it's very good. Or not that it's not good. I mean, like, it's not half as good as Brave New World is as an album, I don't think.
Yeah. I can see it, though. My next song is Blood Brothers. We got it. You had it in yours.
Boom!
Is that the first one?
Yeah, added mine.
Hallowed Be Thy Name and Blood Brothers. That's the two that we've got the same so far. I think that's going to be the only two as well. Everything we've said already about that album.
I love that song. I love the lyrics. That chorus is just so powerful. The harmonies, just, oh man. Even now, that song just invokes something in me as well, where I'm just like, oh God, this is just killer. Top drawer Maiden, I would say. Yeah,
I think I loved it. It would never have been above any of the other songs until I saw them play it in 2022, and I was with Jacobs, and like you said, we were back after lockdown, and I had tears in my eyes because of I was there with him, not because of seeing. I'd seen Iron Maiden about 7-8 times before that, and heard that song probably 7-8 times. But yeah, we were there together, everything we'd gone through, and that kind of pushed it up a bit further than everything else.
Over the edge. Yeah. Nice. Love it. I'm right there with you, brother. That's such a great song. Now comes, I think it's a wild card, but somehow over the last 5 years, this song is now in the top most played Iron Maiden songs.
Okay.
And it's Wasting Love.
Okay.
Wasting Love has somehow become an obscure Maiden song that when I talked about it, no one knew what fucking song I was talking about, to somehow now worming its way in to the top Iron Maiden tracks on Spotify. I'm not saying that has anything to do with me, but I'm just saying that it has come from absolutely nowhere, that everyone has just rediscovered how amazing that song is.
Yeah. I'm going to have a look. I want to have the top 10 on Spotify usually.
Got bloody Blood Brothers in my head now.
You're fucking right. How is that? Yeah, we'll run through these in a minute. But yeah. Me.
How random is that?
Yeah.
It's just so, like, I've always loved that song and always said to everyone, it's the most underrated Iron Maiden song. It's the most underrated Iron Maiden song. Oh my God. It's like one of the best Maiden songs. And all of a sudden now, it's I say crept in. It's at 112 million listens. That's nothing to be sniffed at any way whatsoever.
But
yeah,
I wasn't sure how high Fear of the Dark was on most people's album ranking. I remember when I was younger, I didn't like that many songs from it. It was only Fear of the Dark, and so I sort of pushed it to the side a bit more because there weren't many songs I absolutely loved from it. So I kind of ignored it a little bit.
Oh, it's I think it's the dark horse, but it's definitely top 5 Maiden albums for me. Yeah. It's the dark horse though. When you listen to it now, you're like, holy shit, that's a fucking really good Maiden album. But I don't think people thought that at the time. But I guess now people are going back to it and saying, holy shit, why did no one at the time think that this was a fucking amazing Maiden album? I think it's because Brucey was on the way out and there was a whole thing going on around it and stuff. So, but yeah, it was the year they headlined Donington when they done that, and that was a big deal at the time. So
yeah,
but yeah. Anyway, so that's not my number 2, but it's number 2 on my list of Maiden songs. But yeah, I love it. So if you're a Maiden fan and you haven't heard that song, go and listen to it, because apparently now everyone else is listening to it.
Yeah. My next one, I've only got 2 left. When the Wild Wind Blows.
Oh, yes. And I have added this song now to my best of Iron Maiden playlist since you told me about it the last time. And then I listened to it and I thought, that's a fucking really good song.
Yeah.
Why? It's because I really didn't like that album at the time.
Yeah.
And then you made me listen to it. But then I thought, wow, that is amazing.
Well, I think if you like that, you'll like Empire of the Clouds. There.
Okay. Good.
Well, yeah, so good. Yeah, the final song on The Final Frontier. You were not a fan of that album when we spoke about it 4 years ago. And,
Not at all.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favourite ones, I think, at the time. I listened to it over and over again when it was first out, and you probably hadn't listened to it barely at all since it came out. So,
Nope.
yeah, that's something
Nope.
that's changed. And I think you said you went back and listened to
I
it.
did listen to all of it, and it's still not one of my favourites, but it's definitely nowhere near down the pecking order where it was before.
Yeah.
Because I sort of listened to it and thought, actually, although I still don't like the opener, I think it's the worst Maiden opener for an album they've ever had. The rest of it's really good.
Yeah.
So it definitely changed my opinion on it, 100%.
Yeah, cool. Top one. Well, it's not top one. Last one.
It's
in
probably
no particular
this would
order.
probably be in my top 3 if I was to do a Maiden. If someone really hammered me home for it. Children of the Damned for me
Okay.
from Number of the Beast.
Yeah.
I think that chorus. I think that it was the first Maiden song that I'd heard that wasn't just all electric guitar. Just had that lovely acoustic bit to start off. Bruce Dickinson, just those vocals just airing out, and then that killer chorus. Fucking great solo. Oh man, just like, yeah, for me that will always remain one of my favourite. And seeing them play that, Download 2007, hearing that live for the first time, at Bruce Dickinson absolutely destroying it live, is still one of my most fond Download memories. So for me, that just enhanced that song for me even more than I already loved it.
Yeah. I think this is one that I never listened to very much, like growing up back in the day. But I've heard it loads since, and yeah, like you're absolutely right. When it comes on, it's like, yeah, it just feels so epic, and just it's amazing. Great song.
It's a great song.
Great choice. The last one left for me, Dance of Death.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of my favourite songs of theirs. Remember, the last 4 were my top 4 in no particular order. They could change at any point, but I always really liked that album. There are a couple of songs that maybe I wasn't as keen on, but it was always one of my favourite albums. But not many of my favourite songs were on it. Although I did love Age of Innocence, one of the later songs on it. It's just a feel good song, I think. And then another weird one is Montsegur, which is very, very heavy, and I remember listening to that a lot of the time, going, this doesn't sound very much like Iron Maiden, but it's cool still. But yeah, anyway, Dance of Death, that has just it's just a really cool story as he's going through it. I want to say, I've not looked this up, but I want to take a guess that that's another Bruce writing that one, because
could be.
When the Wild Wind Blows, Empire of the Clouds, Dance of Death, it's all a story as he reads it as a story as it goes through. And now it's making me think, I would probably like more of his own stuff. I should probably listen to the Mandrake Project with more
100%.
attention. Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and I pick from Dance of Death. I should probably go back and just listen to Dance of Death as a full album.
Yeah.
Because there are some songs I really like from it. But there's probably a few in there that I probably haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I should actually go back and listen to them. But you seem to like all of the long Maiden songs. You like a lot of the big epic ones, which is great because they do some of those really, really well. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go back and check some stuff out, I think.
But I think growing up, a lot of the longer ones, I didn't have... Oh, sorry. I didn't have the attention span for, like, I know they got some long ones, Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Goodness sneeze. Rime of the Ancient Mariner, some other, like, long ones. I can't think of any other long ones now. Not coming to my mind.
They got loads of... I'm trying to think of the older long ones. There wasn't really that many. There wasn't really that many long ones, I suppose, on the first few albums.
Alexander the Great. That was quite a long one, wasn't it? Like 8-9 minutes.
That is a proper long one. Yeah.
But yeah, I just...
God, Rime of the Ancient Mariner's 13 minutes long. Fucking hell, I don't remember it being that long.
No, and I think I've never
crazy.
Once listened to that properly, like paying full attention to all of it. And so, like, I just skipped over the longer songs growing up. But as I got older, I was listening to a lot of the longer ones. That's a good point. Yeah, because like Ghost of the Navigator and Dream of Mirrors are both 7-8 minutes.
Yeah.
Empire of the Clouds, 18 minutes.
You like a lot of the long ones, which is cool.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. Excellent. Anyway, that lasted a lot longer than I was expecting. It was very cool. I enjoyed doing that, and we should do more of that.
It's our treat to everyone for the 100th episode, and it's a treat to ourselves because we are both massive maiden marks. So we treat you, we also treat ourselves. There you go.
Absolutely. We should probably start to bring this episode to a close now.
No, we shouldn't start to. We should.
We should bring this episode to a close now, which is weird. You remember I said about an hour and a half ago we were rushing through this because we know what we're going to talk about. And I thought we were going to struggle to get an hour's worth of episode out of this one. So, yeah, let's bring it to a close. But before we do that, we just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's ever listened. If you're listening to this, you are obviously a fan. There's no two ways of saying that. So thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of what we've wanted to create, and giving a shit and caring about what we're doing, I guess.
Like anyone that's interacted with us on Discord, all the people on Discord, like we said, we created just such a great array of people there, such a great community. You guys are friends beyond this as well. Hopefully we've made a few people friends that have been chatting in there. We all meet up, thanks to everyone that's come up and said hello to us. Obviously, if you listen to the podcast and you don't you're not on the Discord, that's great. You should get on the Discord though. But yeah, just thank you to everyone. It means the world to us. You're the reason why we want to keep going. We really enjoy what we're doing, but it's so great to have people to interact with, to fuck around with, so just thank you for everything. And hopefully here's to 4 more years. Everyone chant at home. 4 more years. 4 more years.
At least. At least. Yeah. You have such an amazing way with words when it comes to that kind of thing. There's no point in me trying to follow on from that with anything on a similar note, really. Apart from, a huge thank you to all of you for who listen. We love you all. We really, really appreciate it. Everybody, even taking the time to listen. And we want to hear from you. So we've said a few things in this episode. We should talk about actually where we're going, what we've got planned for the future a little bit maybe as well for this kind of celebratory episode. So we'll let you in on a few things. But tell us. I mean, we love every episode we've ever done, so we'd love to hear what your favourite episodes have been, and we might lean more into doing more stuff like that. It depends on what we hear from you. If people tell us an idea that we don't want to do, we're not going to do it, because we've always said we do this episode. We've always done what we want to do because we want to do it, and that's what makes it fun for us, and hopefully it makes it fun for you. But if we have a lot of people saying that you want to hear more special episodes about certain bands, we will make more time to do that, because we haven't done one since Papa Roach, I don't think, have we? No,
so we will do that. We want to do that. We're going to get back to some of the stuff that we love to do. That's what we're saying.
And if you all tell us what you enjoy, then it might sway us to do it a bit sooner rather than later. Is what I'm trying to say.
I agree. Totally.
So let us know what your favourite episodes have been, what you like about, what we do. If there's any you dislike what we do, we might tell you to bugger off. Any feedback whatsoever will be awesome. Is that everything I was going to say for that bit? And coming and the future. So we got a few ideas coming. We're obviously going to carry on doing some of the certain episodes we do, like the awards. We're going to try and squeeze in somewhere like we said earlier in the episode, we're going to try and squeeze in the anniversary albums. But we want to do new things. We still need to push ourselves. We don't want to get too comfortable. We want to push and get new things and get interviews with more of the staff at Download. But one thing we've said about is we want to do some live streams as well for charity. I know we've briefly said about that, but I don't know how much, whether we said we'd do it for charity or not. I can't remember.
We will. We want to do it at some point. We want to do. There's some ideas I've got. I want to watch movies basically with people. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to do a night where we stick on a movie and me and Adam will. You can just watch us watching the movie basically, and me and Adam just talking the entire time while a film's going on. I think that would be a really cool idea for us to do. So maybe we can get to do more shit like that in the future.
Yeah. We could even show the movie on Discord probably if we if we're watching it digitally online. I'm sure there'll be a way for us to share our screens so people can watch along with us.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep pausing it to talk, and they'll get pissed off with us.
No, you don't pause it.
Oh, really?
You just talk.
You just talk. You don't what?
Otherwise, you could have like an hour and a half film last like 3 hours.
Oh, but what if you talk over somebody's favourite bit? I hate that. I hate it when you're like, oh, there's a good bit coming up. You're showing somebody a film.
Well, then the listeners can warn us. But I mean, we're going to do classic films. We're not going to do films that we don't know. We'll do like, I don't know, the fucking Terminator, or something that it's a classic that we already know.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. That's cool. So we want to do a few other things. Like we said, the live stream, movies. I had no idea you wanted to do that, so that's brand new to me at the minute. But cool. Let us know what you like. I'm messing this up. Let's stop saying that same thing over and over again and move on with the episode, shall I?
Yes.
One other thing we need to do really quickly is not really quickly. Before we go, we have to say a huge thank you to our Patreons specifically. So a massive thank you to Duncan Scott, Joe Butler, Mike Ferris, Andy Taylor, Liam Hopwood, Tom West, Vicky Rutter, Ethan Brown, Matthew, Chris Henderson, Scoot, Ben Sacconi, Henry Richardson, Chris Hambridge, Sean Schofield, R.I.P. Felipe, the Flipchart, and James. All of you absolute massive legends. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate every penny we get, and every penny we get goes back into the podcast. And if anybody else wants to become a Patreon, we are going to be putting a lot more out than what we are going to be putting a lot more out going forward on there. So we'll try to make it definitely worth your money, as well as the t-shirts and everything and the cool stuff we give you. Go and check that out in the episode description. You can find a Linktree. In the Linktree, you can find a link to the Patreon. What about the future of your YouTube and what's going on with that? Anything coming up that you want to tell
I'm stopping.
people about?
Cancelled. I got cancelled.
Yeah. What do you do?
Got cancelled.
What do you do? Do you talk about people's
Nothing.
pronouns?
I just got cancelled. People were just fed up, so they were like, "You're cancelled." No, it'll be the Bloodstock vlog. So
cool.
As of recording, it's Bloodstock in 2 days. Well, 1 day really now.
Well, you'll be getting ready to go tomorrow evening.
Going to beddy buys. Yes, I'll be getting ready to go tomorrow evening. So yeah, so the next one will be the Bloodstock, and then it will be the year review of the free festivals that I attended, and then I have an array of other videos coming. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say for now.
Cool. Fantastic. And what have I got going on? I've got something to plug. The D&D thing. It was a 2000 Trees review even episode. I said about that it was the night after doing that I was going to sit down with the guys and actually run through something, and we did that, and it went pretty well. A few hiccups, but I mean it was our first time doing it. So and it was super basic, and I think it would be very easy for people to go, that's too basic, they're not going to enjoy that. But they all loved it, and it was probably just the right amount for them to, returning players to get back into it, and for the new players to learn it a bit more. So yeah, and I think I said in that episode it'd be about a month until we've got stuff ready to put out on YouTube. That was wrong at the time because I forgot about Bloodstock and everything. Give us about a month after Bloodstock, 4 to 5 weeks, because some of the guys are going to want to be putting their vlogs out and stuff as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting close. It's getting exciting. I'm writing more and more in my head. I need to get it on paper because it's all in my head at the minute, and it's amazing. And I got so many fun ideas. I'm going to tell you some more of them.
I
after.
do, honestly. I can't wait. I can't wait for this thing to get off the ground because it's just going to be fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. And I'm going to tell you another one of my ideas in a minute after we stop recording. So yeah, but that's it for this episode. Join the Discord. Tell us what you love. Tell us what you... No, don't tell us what you dislike. Go fuck yourself. Go and listen to somebody else if there's just anything you dislike. What else did we say? Tell your friends about us. Give us a review if you're listening on a place that can review us. We'd love to see our Spotify numbers.
Actually, do you know what? That's a good point. I want to say that. If you haven't reviewed the show on Spotify, go and give us a review, because some people who look at podcast stats or podcasts to give us accreditation or look at how we're doing, they do look at things like this. So if you haven't, I'm guessing a lot of you listening to this on Spotify, go onto our page and do a review. Like, do a review of the show. That would really help us out. We've got loads of reviews on there, but the more reviews we have, the better we look, basically. So if you haven't reviewed the show, go on there and do a review. That would be amazingly helpful.
Definitely. Thank you. Yes, please do that. Yes, because it's more than I was aware of as well. And like for example, if people are looking at our YouTube to see how big we are, nobody listens on YouTube really. So
they wouldn't know.
No. So
So go on there and give us a review. That would be fantastic.
Awesome. And that's it for this episode. So look forward to hearing how Bloodstock is. But for now, it's a goodbye from Simon.
Goodbye. See you at Bloodstock. Love you. Bye.
And a goodbye from me. Goodbye.